morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Agege residents, commuters commend Lagos State government for Old Dokpemu Road rehabilitation. Vice President Kashim Shettima calls for immediate united action to close Nigeria's widening skills gap. And the foreign United States President threatens 35% tariffs on Canadian goods. And in sports, FIFA applauds Super Falcons players for securing quarterfinals ticket at WAFCON 2024. And now the details. I am Mike James. Following the reconstruction of the old Dokpemu Road, now Babajide Sanwo-Olu Road in Agege local government area, residents and commuters have commended the state governor for his giant strides in infrastructural development across the metropolis. It will be recalled that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu inaugurated the project on Wednesday, 2nd July, with a pledge to create sustainable communities, improve connectivity and provide effective bypasses to ease traffic gridlocks, just as it gives priority to the completion of new and ongoing projects, despite the tough economic terrain. Some of the respondents who spoke with our reporter, Sadiq Yusuf, said the road infrastructure upgrade has brought relief to them as they go about their daily activities and also enhance economic development of the area.
It's really happy in terms of traffic, the drainage, that is the gutters, everything is fine. The smooth road is not helping. Both people that are working, that are trekking, we really appreciate the government and we wish for more.
We appreciate Governor Sanwo-Olu for this our road that he helped us to do. We appreciate very much. Even though we are even glad that you even remember us for this road.
We appreciate Governor Sanwo-Olu for constructing this road, which have solar street lights and also good for vehicular movements.
The old Dokpemu Road is a strategic bypass with solar street lights that traverse Agege and the Alimosho local government area, linking Akwojo Road, Old Ikpaja Road and Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. With the countdown to the July 12, 2025 local government elections, the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission, LASEC, has reaffirmed its commitment to delivering a transparent and inclusive electoral process. Speaking at a press conference, the chairman of LASEC, Bola Okikiolu-Ikile, assured residents that the commission is fully prepared to conduct peaceful and orderly elections across the state. She emphasized the state government's unwavering support and collaboration with security agencies to ensure a violence-free poll. According to Okikiolu, a total of 376 positions will be contested, comprising 57 chairmanship seats and 319 councillorship positions across the 20 local government and 37 local council development areas of the state. She said out of 19 registered political parties, only 15 submitted valid nomination forms, making them eligible to participate in the upcoming elections.
Development that leads to a free, fair, and credible election starts with the promotion of public confidence and trust in the process. The Commission has been engaging with political parties. We've engaged with civil society organizations, security agencies, the media, the youth, markets with men and women, religious bodies, persons with disabilities, that's PWD, and other key stakeholders.
Our reporter, Toyi Badmus, quotes the chairman of LASEC as saying the elections are scheduled to take place between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Meanwhile, the Lagos State Police Command has announced a revision to the previously stated restrictions on vehicular and waterways movement ahead the upcoming local government elections scheduled for Saturday, July 12. In a statement issued by the command, the start time for the restriction has been adjusted from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., ending at 3 p.m. the same day. Commissioner of Police, Olorundare Jimoh, noted that the adjustment is aimed at easing the burden on residents facing critical medical emergencies, essential appointment and international travel plans. Jimoh reaffirmed the command's commitment to maintaining a safe, secure and peaceful electoral process, called on members of the public to comply with the revised restrictions and cooperate fully with law enforcement agents. Lagos State government has emphasized the urgent need for accountants in public service to embrace global sustainability practices in financial reporting and governance. Special advisor to the governor, Office of Internal Audit, Yabode Ayola, stated this at the 15th annual public lecture and investiture of new executive members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, Lagos State Public Service Chapter, with the theme, The Future of Accounting Profession, What Every Public Service Accountant Must Know About Sustainability Accounting. Ayola reiterated the state's commitment to capacity building and digital transformation in the public sector, noting that sustainable accounting is no longer optional but essential in tackling climate, economic and developmental challenges.
The future of finance is not just about numbers. It is about responsibility, about long-term impact of our financial decision on people that we govern. Sustainability accounting is the new language.
On his part, Accountant General and Permanent Secretary Lagos State, Abiodun Muritala, who called for a positive change in the public sector, also noted that transparency in the sector will pave the way for a brighter and more sustainable future.
Sustainability accounting, not just a technical concept, represents a commitment to transparency, responsibility, and long-term thinking. By integrating environmental, social, and governance considerations to our financial practices, we can build a more resilient and equitable future for all.
In her acceptance speech, the 16th chairman of ICANN, Lagos State Public Service Chapter, Oluwatoyin Swarao, assured that under her leadership, the association will be driven by empathy, integrity, transparency, and accountability.
Thank all my professional colleagues in the Lagos State Public Service for the confidence reposed in me to lead our enviable chapters for the next 365 days. This privilege will not be taken for granted as the new executive committee members and I will work hard to make you proud. This is our promise.
Earlier in her welcome address, the outgoing chairman of ICANN, Lagos State Public Service Chapter, Florence Akinshola, said the role of accountant has extended beyond conventional financial reporting, noting that government and public institutions are integrating environmental, social, and governance principles into their operations.
Sustainability accounting is no longer a concept to aspire. It is now a professional imperative around the world. Governments and public institutions are integrating environmental, social, and governance (ESG) principles into their operations. We as public service accountants must be at the forefront of this transformation.
And now to the rest of the stories. Vice President Kashim Shettima has called for immediate and united action to close Nigeria's widening skills gap, describing it as a national priority critical to economic transformation. This is just as the federal government hinted at a proposal for the review of existing skills training centers across several ministries, departments, and agencies of government to align their work and their functions with national development goals. Shettima noted that the Council's mandate is to develop a strategic workforce capable of meeting Nigeria's evolving economic demands. He pointed out that the Council has a mission to strategically position Nigeria's workforce to meet the demands of a rapidly evolving economy. The Vice President said the program is designed to formalize Nigeria's informal artisan sector by providing certification and onboarding qualified ones into a digital artisan marketplace. The Lagos State House of Assembly has passed for second reading a bill for a law to provide for the registration of marriages and dissolution of marriages. The proposal bill seeks to streamline the legal framework for marriage documentation and ensure proper record keeping for marriages and dissolutions across the state, including administrative and official verification purposes. Speaking on the proposed bill, lawmakers in their contribution stated that many marriage-related legal cases are often complex for legal practitioners due to unclear documentation. The lawmakers maintained that if the bill is passed into law, it will simplify legal processes around marriage registration and dissolution, assist embassies and foreign missions in verifying marital status during visa applications, as well as support uniform marriage record systems especially across the Ibile divisions of the state. The lawmakers also described the bill as progressive and in line with the modern standards of marriage regulation, stressing that it gives both husband and wife a clear understanding of their rights under customary marriage and empowers them to enter and exit marriages within the boundaries of the law. And now to foreign news. United States President Donald Trump has announced that he will impose a 35% tariff on Canadian goods starting on 1st of August, even as the two countries were days away from a self-imposed deadline to reach a new trade deal. The announcement came in the form of a letter published on Trump's social media platform, Truth Social, along with additional threats of blanket tariffs of 15% or 20% on most trade patterns. Trump has sent more than 20 such letters to other U.S. partners this week. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said his government would continue to protect his country's workers and businesses as they head towards the new deadline. Carney said a blanket 25% tariff has already been imposed on some Canadian goods, with the nation also hit hard by Trump's global steel, aluminium, and auto tariffs. Though there is a current exemption in place for goods that comply with the North American Free Trade Agreement. And over to sports news. World Football Governing Body FIFA has saluted Nigeria Super Falcons for qualifying for the quarterfinals of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. The Super Falcons had to dig deep before overcoming Botswana with 1-0 thanks to Chiwendu Ihezuo's 89th minute strike. The victory sealed the Falcons' place in the knockout round of the competition. It is now back-to-back wins for the Super Falcons against Botswana, who are making their second appearance at the WAFCON. The first meeting between both teams was the 2022 tournament, also in Morocco, which the Nigerians won 2-0. After two matches, the Super Falcons are on 6 points and top the group, and in second place is Algeria with 4 points. That was our news at 10. Just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicle before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. You can listen to Lagos Traffic Radio on my Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youths on the theme Agripreneur, Strategy for Wealth Creation? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Following the reconstruction of the old Dokpemu Road, now Babajide Sanwo-Olu Road in Agege local government area, residents and commuters have commended the state governor for his giant strides for infrastructural development across the metropolis. Vice President Kashim Shettima has called for immediate and united action to close Nigeria's widening skills gap, describing it as a national priority critical to economic transformation. We also told you that the United States President Donald Trump has announced that he will impose a 35% tariff on Canadian goods starting on 1st of August, even as the two countries were days away from a self-imposed deadline to reach a new trade deal. Over to sports. World Football Governing Body FIFA has saluted Nigeria's Super Falcons for qualifying for the quarterfinals of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. And for contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. My name is Mike James. Good morning and thank you for listening.